Hey people, so we're going to do some reaction time training today. We've got a 0.5 par time set, and why I do this is to force myself to go real hard, okay? I do some slow motion clips to show you guys that I'm actually, I can beat the 0.5 par time pretty regularly, but the biggest thing about that is it's forcing me to move my hands extremely fast. It's forcing me to react extremely fast. Most people, when they're trying to get that sub-second draw, they're giving up more time off the beep than anything, okay? And yes, people will say, oh, well, there's not going to be a beep in a gunfight, right? Blah, blah, blah. All right, that's fine. Duly noted. The only problem is that reaction time training to a known stimulus is proven to be good for an unknown stimulus as well. So reaction time carries over. If you can react quickly to that beep, you can react quickly to that visual stimulus, you can react quickly to another audio stimulus, you can react quicker, right? You're used to firing when your brain gets the stimulus and your noggin processes exactly what that stimulus is. If your eyes pick it up or your ears pick it up, you're able to fire off, your limbs start moving, your motor skills click on, and you start actually doing shit. So, one, it's going to give you better performance at the range, and that's cool, at the competition maybe. But two, it is very, very applicable for self-defense, okay? Training and boxing and fighting and stuff, I mean, timing is all reaction time based, okay? Yes, there's certain timing aspects of fighting that aren't reactive, that are actually proactive, but a lot of it is reacting to what you see, doing your work, getting in, and working off of that, and timing beats speed, okay? So that's what we want. We want good timing. Then also, that rolling right into the actual draw itself, timing beats speed. So if I can time my clearance of my garment and my plucking of my gun so well, I don't necessarily have to move my hands all that fast, okay? That's why I can go like this, pow, and I'm not moving my hands nearly as fast as Billy Bob over here, but my draw is still faster. One, because I'm prepping my trigger, I'm rolling out, I'm landing on target sooner, I'm building my top triangle and my grip better so that my dot is right on the money sooner. I'm putting all my steps together, and my timing is much better so I can get the shots off sooner and I don't actually have to move faster. But then once we develop some of that, once we get some of these mental cues and all these little things that I'm always talking about, once we start to get a little slicker and a little slicker, then it's time to start introducing some hand speed to it. Then it's time to start using that timing to the utmost, right? So my timing is good enough that I can pretty much move my hand speed as fast as I can possibly fire my hands off. That's where you get down to these 0.5 par times. And then also on the slow-mo, I want to see how much I'm actually getting done before the end of the beep. So the beep on a timer, on this app, on my pack timer, anything, generally right around 0.3 of a second long. Human reaction time is usually around 0.2 to 1/4 of a second, 0.2, 0.25. The beep is 0.3. If you're waiting to the end and then reacting, you're at least giving up 1/10, right? So when we work and work this reaction time, we actually get our human innate ability down. So I've gotten mine down to where it's pretty freaking fast, a little faster than average, but it's just because I've worked it. So this is where I work it. This is not something that I really do at the range, okay? Yes, I can hit about 0.6 draws really regularly at 3 yards, 5 yards. Even out to 7 yards when I'm just going crazy, getting A's and C's, maybe a D at 7 yards, okay, I can get a 0.6. At 7, I can hit 0.8s pretty much all day long. Okay, but at less than 7, at 5 yards, at 3 yards, I'll hit 0.6s, 0.7s pretty easily, but I don't really push any further than that. I don't want to push my limits with live fire because there's no real reason in it. So I'm just going to push all that here, and then I'm going to use that when I go to the range so that I don't really have to push that hand speed. As you'll notice here when the slow motion clips, you'll see I'm putting my trigger finger in the second two hands are on the gun, and I mean the millisecond two hands get on the gun, my finger goes whoop, in, and then click. Okay, so I'm not going to do that in live fire. There's no reason to push for that in live fire besides maybe an Instagram video. And I don't give two shits about that. And the biggest thing that I want is also to do this 0.5 or whatever from any hand position. Now that's where we differ. Okay, we ain't doing the cheating bullshit standing here like this, because I don't care. That ain't real. Alright, so what I'm going to do is do this from hand, you know, left hand here, right hand out here. Left hand here, right hand here. And try to beat it still. When you're a new dot shooter or an iron-sighted shooter. New dot shooter, turn the dot off. All I'm doing, I have my dot turned up very bright so that I can see it. But for new dot shooters or anybody trying to push their limits in dry fire, turn the dot off, simply put the target in the tube. That's all you need to do. Gross sight picture, put that target inside that tube. If you have an RMR, you can use guillotine shooting, using the V-shaped top of the RMR, Holosun, whatever. Just put it in the tube and break trigger. All right, for iron-sighted guys, you can use the back of the actual back of the slide itself. Just the plane of the top of the slide is pretty much what I use, with a very, very gross sight picture. So the second I see my fiber optic or my night sight or whatever, I'm blasting off, and I'm using my natural index, my natural ability to index that gun as my assurance that I'm going to hit. The better our top triangle is, the better our grip is, the better our draw is as a whole, and our presentation to target, how well we can come out and land on target. That's where you get these crazy times. Okay. All right, so we'll do a couple of runs here, and I'm just going to let it rip, do a couple different hand positions. I'm not going to try to beat the .51 at every hand position, and I'm just going to prep the trigger for a few of them here, but we'll break the trigger, and I'll try to beat it a couple times from perfect hand positions, but okay, so this is where coming in on that gun helps from any position. That was pretty close, really. Okay, this hand behind the back. Okay, definitely didn't beat it, but all right, now we'll try to beat it a couple times. I smacked into it a little hard with the left hand. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gotta go real freaking quick. Oh, that was a pretty close one. See another one. That was pretty much perfect. As you see, everything I'm doing now, is really violent and really just quick. Like, I go to rack the gun, and I'm like just ripping the slide off of it. Like, it's the same as lifting weights. You get your central nervous system going. That was money. I don't know if I beat it quite, but all right, one more. All right, so if you notice my central nervous system, like I'm really going crazy right now, and it's like fired up. just ripping the slide off the gun. Everything I do, my processing speed, my hand speed, everything I'm doing is like just turned up to 11 right now. So you have to be able to fire, but still have that finesse to get things done and not just totally jumble everything all up. Take her easy.